The Trump family made $620 million documented, $2.9 billion total in 6 months. Not through innovation, through creating cryptocurrencies out of thin air. And it's completely legal because rules work differently for people in power. This is documented in SEC filings, court records, their own disclosures they're required to submit. I'm going to show you the exact numbers, the dates, the names, and by the end you'll understand how they turned the presidency into a personal ATM while ordinary Americans lost everything. $2.9 billion in crypto venture value, $620 million documented in direct family earnings, while 760,000 wallet addresses representing hundreds of thousands of real people lost money on these same investments. Teachers who put $5,000 into Trump coin watched it become $400. That was a daughter's college fund. Gone. A retired veteran put in $20,000. It's worth $1,800 today. He's 72. He can't make that back. The truck driver invested $12,000, 3 months of income, now worth $1,100. He's behind on his mortgage. But the Trump family made $320 million in fees. Different rules for different people. This is how presidential power became a wealth generation machine. How a family that controls the executive branch owns cryptocurrencies, defense contracts, and the system that regulates them. They own the casino, deal the cards, and collect your losses. May 2025. Business Insider drops an investigation. Don Jr. is the new Hunter Biden. They looked at 1789 Capital, a venture fund in Palm Beach, 2 miles from Mar-a-Lago. Here's the timeline. Pay attention because timing is everything. November 6, 2024. Trump wins the election. November 9, 2024. 3 days later, 72 hours after his father wins, Donald Trump Jr. joins 1789 Capital as partner. At that moment, less than $200 million in assets, a nobody firm. January 20th, 2025. Inauguration. Then 1789 Capital explodes. 3 months, $500 million raised. 9 months, $1 billion in assets. Not normal growth. This was money flooding in because investors knew what they were buying. Access to the White House through his son. Reuters, August 2025. Trump-linked fund tops $1 billion. Bloomberg, September. 1789 Capital gained access to closed SpaceX rounds. Elon Musk's XAA. Deals available only to the most connected insiders. They got investments from Republican state pension funds. Your retirement money flowing to the president's son. The timeline was too perfect, the access too specific, the money too big. And journalists started digging into every corner of the Trump empire. What they found was systematic, planned, executing in real time while the president sat in the Oval Office. Here's how it works. 5 simple steps. Step 1. President wins election. Step 2. Sons create or join companies that benefit from president's policies. Step 3. Policies get implemented, contracts awarded, regulations loosened. Step 4. Companies grow in value. Step 5. Sons profit. Nobody can stop it because the people who should work for the president. Who profits? Don Jr., Eric Trump. Their partners at 1789 Capital. Foreign investors from Saudi Arabia and UAE who want influence. Crypto entrepreneurs who need enforcement to disappear. Who loses? Hundreds of thousands of retail investors who believe the president. Taxpayers funding Pentagon contracts to Trump-linked companies. Competing companies without White House access who play by rules. Who enables it? SEC under Chairman Paul Atkins. Trump appointee who believes crypto is over-regulated. Department of Defense awarding contracts where the president's son sits on advisory boards. The White House. The administration. All under Trump's control. Who covers it up? Republican Senate ignoring Democratic letters, media owned by financial institutions benefiting from the system, the complexity of crypto itself confusing normal people until they give up. Here's the loophole. The president is not subject to conflict of interest laws. The president is specifically excluded from federal statute. Trump can own businesses, promote products, award contracts to friends, face zero legal consequences. It's not a crime when the president does it. His sons technically own the companies. They manage Trump Organization in a blind trust, meaning the president supposedly doesn't know what's happening. But these are his sons. They live at Mar-a-Lago, golf together every weekend, talk every day. Everyone knows it's fiction, but legally it provides just enough cover. Let me show you the Trump memecoin. This is where you see the machine destroying ordinary people in real time. January 17th, 2025, 3 days before inauguration, Trump announces Trump memecoin on social media. Price instantly jumps from $1.20 to $75 in minutes, not hours, minutes. Trading volume explodes. Exchanges crash. January 18th through 20th, hundreds of thousands buy at peak prices, $60, $70, thinking it'll hit 100, 200, 1,000. They believe the president. Why wouldn't they? He's promoting it. His name is on it. Days later, price crashes. Within a week, down 50%. Within a month, down 70%. Today, November 2025, that coin that peaked at $75 is worth $8.72, 88.4% loss. 760,000 wallet addresses lost money, hundreds of thousands of actual people. But who won? CIC Digital LLC, Trump Organization affiliate, and Fight LLC, another Trump entity. Together, they own 80% of all tokens. 80%. And they receive fees on every transaction. Every buy, every panic sell, every trade. Money flows to the Trump family. Total fees collected, $320 million. If you launched a memecoin and made $320 million, while hundreds of thousands lost savings, you'd be charged with securities fraud, wire fraud, money laundering. Federal prison within a year. Trump family? Still in the White House. Still collecting fees. Still promoting new ventures. Why does it work? Information asymmetry. Sons know which policies will be adopted weeks before the public. That's insider information at the highest level. Access. They have access to venture deals, defense contracts, real estate, closed to everyone else. When you're the president's son, doors open. Power. When you have direct access to the Oval Office, people invest with you. Not because you're smart, because you can call your father who controls the executive branch. This isn't theory. Here are the receipts. SEC filing, April 25th, 2025. Public record. Don Jr. and Eric each received 1 million shares of Dominari Holdings as compensation for advisory roles, plus purchased 216,000 more shares. Total value, $5.8 million each. April 2025. 2 weeks later, Trump administration announces $40 billion in AI and data center investment. What does Dominari Holdings do? AI and data centers, the exact industry that just got $40 billion. Stock rose 20% immediately. Don Jr. and Eric made over $1 million each in 2 weeks. Coincidence? It's a documented coincidence. And the pattern repeats. Bloomberg analysis, June 2025. Trump family received $390 million from World Liberty Financial token sales. $150 to $320 million from Trump memecoin. Total documented by Bloomberg, at least $620 million in 6 months. That's not assets under management. That's cash. Forbes, June 2025. Total wealth increase including unrealized crypto holdings, 7 million from NFTs, 390 million from World Liberty, 315 million memecoin earnings, 427 million memecoin holdings value. Forbes total, 1.139 billion. And that's just crypto. Doesn't include defense contracts, real estate, foreign licensing. Chainalysis data, May 2025. They analyzed the blockchain. Can't hide crypto transactions. 58 Trump-linked wallet addresses earned over 10 million each on Trump memecoin. 760,000 wallet addresses lost money. Let me repeat that. 58 insiders made 10 million plus. 760,000 regular people lost money. That's the system working as designed. Now the defense contracts. This is where it gets brazen. New York Times, October 24, 2025. Unusual Machines, small American drone company. Don Jr. owns 331,000 shares, worth 4 million. November 2024, right after election. Don Jr. joins advisory board. February 2025, U.S. Army awards Unusual Machines contract for 3,500 drone motors. Initial value $225,000. By October, Forbes reports 15.2 million total in military contracts. Context: 2024, before Don Jr., Unusual Machines total revenue 5.6 million for the entire year. Struggling company barely surviving. After Don Jr. joins, 15.2 million in Pentagon contracts in under a year, 271% increase. Pentagon claims selection was independent, merit-based. Don Jr.'s involvement had nothing to do with it. You're not stupid. A company earning 5.6 million per year suddenly gets 15.2 million in government contracts months after the president's son joins. That's not merit. That's corruption. When Don Jr. joined advisory board, November 2024, stock price doubled in one day, then tripled over months. One more piece of evidence. Reuters, August 2025. Trump administration loosened SEC oversight of crypto companies. SEC dropped case against Justin Sun, crypto entrepreneur charged with civil fraud. Case was active, evidence gathered, charges filed. One day before inauguration, SEC withdrew the case, cited public interest. What public interest? Justin Sun became major investor in World Liberty Financial, the Trump family crypto project that made $390 million. Connect the dots. SEC charges crypto entrepreneur. Trump wins. SEC drops case one day before Trump takes office. Entrepreneur invests millions in Trump project. Trump family makes $390 million. New SEC chairman says crypto is overregulated. That's not coincidence. That's regulatory capture with dates, names, dollar amounts. This wasn't one time. This is systematic. The timeline. February 2025, Eric joins Dominari Holdings Board, gets 5.8 million in stock. March, American Bitcoin launches. Eric's crypto mining company raises 220 million. May, Dubai Trump Hotel announced 80 stories, 16 million in licensing fees. October, Unusual Machines Pentagon contracts, 15.2 million. November, Saudi Arabia Diriyah deal, $63 billion project development. 5 major wealth events in 9 months. Those are just the ones we know about, the ones they disclosed, the ones that leaked. How many more in the shadows? Deals in countries with no disclosure requirements, crypto wallets we can't trace, shell companies we don't know about. The numbers we have are the floor, not the ceiling. World Liberty Financial, 550 million in tokens sold March 2025. Trump memecoin, 320 million in fees January through May. American Bitcoin, 220 million, raised July 2025. 1789 capital, 1 billion in assets September. Don Jr.'s carried interest worth tens of millions. When you manage $1 billion making 20% returns, that's 200 million in gains. He gets 20% of that. 40 million to Don Jr. in 1 year. Pentagon contracts, 15.2 million October. Real estate, 63 billion projects Saudi Arabia. Trump Organization fees estimated hundreds of millions over time. Total, crypto ventures generated 2.9 billion in value. Direct documented family earnings, at least 620 million. In 6 months, 2.9 billion. That's 2.9 billion. Let me give you context. More than annual budget of 50 American cities combined. 2.9 million student loans of $1,000 each. Salary of 58,000 average workers for a year. 3,260% more than average American earns in lifetime of work. But here's what makes this massive. It's not just the billions. It's the 760,000 wallet addresses representing hundreds of thousands who lost money while Trump family got rich. Real people. Teacher from Ohio, 5,000 into Trump coin. Dropped to 400. Daughter's college fund gone. Retired veteran Florida, 20,000 retirement savings, worth 1,800 today, 72 years old, can't make it back. Truck driver Pennsylvania, 12,000, 3 months income, now 1,100, behind on mortgage because he believed the president. Multiply by hundreds of thousands. That's the human cost that doesn't show up in SEC filings. Why don't people know? Crypto is technical, pouring to mainstream media. SEC filings are thousands of pages. Nobody reads them except lawyers and journalists. By the time they're translated, eyes glaze over. Media doesn't cover adequately because too complex for sound bites. Crypto companies buy advertising. CNBC runs Coinbase and Kraken ads. Think they'll investigate crypto corruption when crypto pays bills. Bloomberg, owned by Michael Bloomberg, who made billions in finance. Think he'll authorize coverage making financial alerts look bad. Complexity is intentional. It's a feature, not a bug. If you can't understand how you're being robbed, you can't fight back. This isn't new for Trump family. 1990s, they used all county building supply to launder over 20 million from Fred Trump to children, avoiding 55% gift tax. New York Times 2018 investigation called it the most blatant fraud Trump family ever created. Marked up supplies 20%, charged Trump properties inflated prices, profit went to kids as business income not gifts, 20 million tax-free. 2021, Ivanka and Jared made 172 to 640 million during first presidency. Worked in White House without salary, claimed service. Meanwhile, Jared got $2 billion investment from Saudi Arabia 6 months after leaving office. $2 billion from the country whose crown prince ordered journalists' murder. Now 2025, they scaled the model through crypto. Faster, less regulated, more confusing, perfect for extraction. And scale is growing. World Liberty going public. American Bitcoin going public next month. 1789 capital seeking 2 billion in assets, double current size. Not slowing down, accelerating. The system was supposed to stop them. SEC is supposed to police securities fraud, protect investors, prosecute insider trading. But new SEC Chairman Paul Atkins, appointed by Trump, his position, crypto is over-regulated. Direct quote. What does that mean? Cases get dropped. Enforcement disappears. Referees leave the field. Justin Sun case dropped 1 day before inauguration. That wasn't justice. That was a signal to every crypto entrepreneur. Play ball with Trump, enforcement goes away. Department of Defense awards contracts. supposed to be merit-based, competitive bidding, independent decisions. But unusual machines. 5.6 million revenue struggling, then 15.2 million contracts after Don Jr. joins. Pentagon says independent selection. Nobody believes that. Congress supposed to provide oversight, hold executive branch accountable. Senate Banking Committee, May 2025. Warren, Wyden, Van Hollen wrote formal letter. President Trump's involvement presents extraordinary conflict of interest. Demanded hearings, testimony, explanation. What happened? Nothing. Senate Republican controlled. Committee Chairman Trump alley. Letter filed away. No hearings, no testimony, no investigation. That's not oversight. That's complicity. Normal companies hire lobbyists, pay millions for access. 1789 Capital doesn't need lobbyists. They have the president's son. Don Jr. doesn't lobby for access. He is access. Dinner with father at Mar-a-Lago every weekend. In the residence. In the Oval Office. Penalty system is a joke. Politicians violate disclosure laws, fined $200. Not 200,000. 200. Senator Tuberville made 132 trades, violating Stock Act. Penalty? $200 fines. Has he paid? No. As of January 2025, still unpaid. No enforcement. But Trump family, there's not even that. President exempt from conflict of interest laws, written into federal statute. President can do whatever he wants, face zero legal consequences. System isn't broken. System works exactly as designed. Designed to let powerful extract wealth while rest of us pay. They hide behind complexity. Technical language, confusing on purpose. How do I explain memecoin on Solana blockchain with network effects and 80% token supply held by CIC Digital? By the time I finish, your eyes glaze over. You're exhausted. You give up. That's the point. Complexity is a weapon. Can't understand how you're robbed. Can't fight back. Media complicit. Financial networks owned by institutions benefiting. CNBC owned by Comcast. Bloomberg owned by Bloomberg. Cover scandal 1 week. Move on. News cycle moves. People forget. Extraction continues. No reforms passed. None. Zero. People who could pass reforms benefit from current system. Trump controls House. Republicans majority. Not investigating Trump. Trump controls Senate. Republicans majority. Not holding hearings. Trump controls presidency. Obviously. Trump appointed SEC chairman, agency heads, enforcement mechanism. No checks and balances when person being checked controls all checkers. Right now, November 2025, happening in real time, not history. Current events. October 30th, 2 weeks ago, Unusual Machines announces 15.2 million in contracts. Press release. Stock jumps. Don Jr.'s stake increases. November 16th, 6 days ago, Trump Organization announces Diriyah deal Saudi Arabia. 63 billion project. Licensing fees, management fees, development fees. Hundreds of millions over next decade. November 19th, 3 days ago, American Bitcoin prepares public listing after merger with Griffin Digital. Eric's crypto mining company going public. He'll cash out. 220 million becomes liquid. Right now today, 1789 Capital actively raising more, seeking 2 billion by year end. Double current size. Every dollar raised increases Don Jr.'s cut. 1 week ago, Dar Global, Saudi Trump Organization partner, announces Maldives project. Trump International Hotel, financed through digital tokens, through crypto. Another token launch, another extraction. 2 weeks ago, Eric announces American Bitcoin, taking substantial positions in more cryptocurrencies. Not just Bitcoin. Other coins, tokens, opportunities to profit from insider information. Warning signs everywhere. Trump memecoin, launched at 75, it's 872 today. 88.4% loss. Anyone who bought near peak lost almost everything. World Liberty, launched with hype. 550 million in token sales. But what's the utility? What does token do? Nothing substantial. Just transfers money from retail to insiders. Token crashed. Early buyers lost 60 to 80%. Hundreds of thousands who bought January lost 80 to 95%. Still holding bags, hoping for recovery, watching money evaporate. But Trump family made 320 million in fees, 390 million in token sales from those investors. Family cashed out. Insiders cashed out. Retail held the bag. When will this blow up? When consequences? If SEC lawsuit won't happen until Trump leaves 2029. 4 more years. By then, statute of limitations might protect. Money moved offshore, transferred to real assets. Real estate Dubai, Saudi Arabia, Maldives. Assets can't be easily seized. If crypto crashes, and it might, millions lose everything. But Trump family already moved money to hard assets. Real estate hasn't crashed to zero. Foreign real estate harder to touch. Where are insiders positioning? Eric moved 220 million into American Bitcoin, ready for public listing. That's not a bet. That's cash out strategy. Go public, sell shares, convert crypto to dollars. Don Jr. on advisory boards of 11 plus companies, acquired last 9 months. That's not a job. That's portfolio of extraction opportunities. Each company wants access to his father. Each compensates handsomely. Trump Organization moved billions to foreign real estate. Dubai, Saudi Arabia, Oman, Qatar, Vietnam, India. Licensing deals, management contracts, development projects. Money from foreign governments and billionaires who want influence with American president. Not waiting, acting, cashing out, converting political power to generational wealth as fast as possible. Based on trends, here's what's coming. Fourth quarter 2025, 1789 hits 2 billion. First quarter 2026, 2 to 3 more Trump-branded crypto launches. More memecoins, tokens, opportunities to extract from retail believers. Second quarter 2026, American Bitcoin IPO. Eric cashes out. 220 million becomes real money. 2026 through 2028, foreign real estate completes. Ribbon-cutting ceremonies. Trump flies to Dubai, Saudi Arabia, collects fees. Hundreds of millions in licensing. By January 2029, when Trump leaves office, estimates suggest family wealth grown by 10 to 15 billion. And by then, statute of limitations on securities fraud protects most of it. Money offshore, assets foreign, paper trail buried in shell companies and trusts. Some say this could blow up sooner if retail investors lose enough and get organized. But losses spread across 760,000 addresses, hundreds of thousands of people scattered, isolated, alone. Nobody feels powerful enough to fight back alone. That's the genius. Steal a little from a lot. Nobody rich enough or powerful enough to sue. Can't afford lawyers to fight Trump Organization. Take the loss, move on, machine keeps running. So here's what happened. Trump family used presidential power to create 2.9 billion in crypto value, 620 million documented in direct earnings in 6 months. Not through innovation, not creating jobs. Through crypto schemes destroying hundreds of thousands of retail investors. Through defense contracts to companies where President's son sits on boards. Through foreign real estate with governments wanting American influence. This isn't just about Trump memecoin or World Liberty or 1789 Capital. This is about a system where rules don't apply to power. where SEC chairman believes crypto is overregulated when president's family launches crypto ventures, where Pentagon contracts go to White House connections, where Senate oversight letters get ignored, where nobody can oppose because president controls everyone. 760,000 addresses, hundreds of thousands of people lost money. Teachers, veterans, truck drivers, retirees who believe the president. Trump family made hundreds of millions documented, billions total. Different rules for different people. Insiders win. Outsiders lose. Every time. Why does this matter? If this is left hand while running the country, what's the right doing? What in classified briefings? Intelligence information? Military strategy? Trade policy? This isn't family business conflict. This is window into how power works in America. People in charge extract wealth. Regulatory agencies run by appointees loyal to president. Congress controlled by president's party. Media owned by financial elites who benefit. Machine works perfectly. For them. Now you know. Can't unknow this. Can't unsee it. When you hear cryptocurrency, you'll know its extraction tool for insiders. Venture capital, access to power converted to money, defense contracts, corruption disguised as business. This isn't free market. This is rigged game. House always wins because House makes rules and House run by people who profit from your losses. If this opened your eyes to how power works, subscribe, because this is one piece. Total wealth transfer to Trump family through crypto. 620 million documented. 2.3 billion in venture value 6 months. International real estate adds hundreds of millions. Pentagon contracts add millions. And this is the beginning. 6 months into 4-year term. 42 months left. They extracted 620 million documented in 6 months. What will they extract in 42? Do the math. It's terrifying.